Hello and welcome to Maggie's Gaming Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie. We are back here on Rimworld. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this, guys. We are exactly where we were when we left off. Now, I told you guys last episode I was going to play 30 minutes. I was going to post it online, and then I was going to take tips from you guys. We were going to come back. We were going to go over the tips, and then we were going to do a new start. And basically, what I'm trying to do is get a good start. Um, I am going to die in this game numerous amount of times. I want to get like a generalized good, just like generalized, like pause the game, set everything up, start get the people going. That's what I'm looking for. And we had one of our peeps that plays Winworld extensively gave us some tips. We're going to go over the journal. I'm going to generalize the tips for you guys. If you want to read the tips, go into the last episode. It should be on the there. It's Devils are 4321. So, his comment on there is the one we're looking at. Now, he hopes that I do die a horrible death in the future, and that's usually what happens to you in Rimworld. There is a end game in Rimworld where you escape from the planet. I believe, although I've never played the game like to that point. I have played Rimworld like 4 times, not including this time. And I have a start that I do whenever I play because I'm just trying to relax and have fun. And I'm going to show off that off Thursday. It's not going to be this 3-man start. So, completely separate video of that one. But what we're going to do now is go over his little tips and tricks and stuff. And the first one on here is this right here. This is not a bedroom. This is a barracks. And early to mid game, he says it's good to just use a barracks, but eventually you will want um, rooms. What I usually like to do, this is too close for me right here, this thing right here, and I don't usually do this, but I thought it was a good idea. Um, I I need this a little bit farther off because I like to build my rooms for people off the main section here, and then we transform the middle section here into like a meeting hall kind of um, little hub for people to eat and that kind of stuff. Is what I usually do. Um, so, but um, what he was saying was in this generalized space right here, we need to put in like also go ahead and put in like a couple of chairs, a couple of tables, floored up. Just get it like just any kind of little buff that you can give to the barracks to buff your people's moods is wonderful. So I'll show you there. Under their social no bio no needs needs. They have pluses and minuses to their moods, and as you can see here, ate without table, slept outside, slept in the cold, unsightly environment, and like getting the stuff built, getting a floor in here, getting tables and stuff. That's going to take care of all this stuff. If your pawn's moods get too low, they'll what they call have a break, and um, sometimes they can become uncontrollable and like flip out and kill all your colonists and that kind of stuff. So, in general, and this is driving me bananas. Hold on a minute, guys. Audio. No, that's not it. Ambience. Oh my God! Is it that static little sound there? Oh my God! Let's turn that down. Ooh, that was driving me bananas. Anyway, I've already recorded this once, and because I was recording Minecraft before I recorded this episode, um, it did not capture the actual video, so I'm re-recording this one. So that was the generalized there. make sure you put dining tables and chairs and just fatten the mood up. Give lots and lots of make it an impressive room so they'll every time they come in it's like they'll give a huge mood buff when they come in basically. And the mood buffs actually help out with labor costs. Um, the next thing is rooms. Now I've slightly messed up this room, and we'll fix it when we do the next run through next week. But right here, if you see right here, we can go to planning mode here, and we can see that this room is 10 by 12, and optimally you want a room like this. It's 11 by 11. Now I was thinking about this after I went up, so I was going to re-record the episode right then, but then my wife called and told me I had to come get her from work. So I went and got her and we went out to eat. So I'm doing this a couple hours later, and I was thinking about this. Do I want? Let's move out here. Let's move out here. I can turn that out and then do that, and we'll do planning again. Do I want this right here? With walls around the outer edge? It's not really showing me, is it? Hold on a minute. Let's take this off. Hold on a minute. See if we can't do better. So, planning. So, this is an 11 by 11. Now, for me, I was told this is the optimal room here. But this here is not 11 by 11. You get what I'm saying? This here is a 10 by 10. If I want an actual 11 by 11, I want to let's get this planning again. We'll go over a little bit more so I can make another room. I want to go one more, right? I want to go to 12, right? 12 by 12 here. And then that makes this room here, no, remove. How did I mess that up? Hold on a minute. Planning. Test game. No. Disable. Let's try this again. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that. That's an 11 by 11. This is a 10 by 10. So I'm looking for 10 by 10 on the outside or 10 by 10 on the inside is basically what I'm saying. What the optimal thing. Anyway, I was thinking about that while I was out eating. But supposedly 11 by 11 room is optimal. Um, so when you're making rooms, just try to make them like 11 by 11. So we'll stick with that total. Right now, I'm going with this, which is technically a 10 by 10, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on a minute. We can actually look at this, right? Yeah, that's a 9 by 9. So what I'm thinking is we want like a 13 by 13, which would give us get out of here. It's really picky about when you click it, right? Oh, I did not know you could change the color. How did I do that? Went back to gray. Yeah, that gives us an 11 by 11 room. It's actually 13 by 13. 11 by 11 gives it inside. He didn't specify in the thing, so if you guys say any details on that one, do I want a 13 by 13 so the room is actually 11 by 11, or do I want the actual walls to be 11 by 11 so the inside area will be 9 by 9? But until I get some clarification now, I'm going to try to make it 13 by 13, so the inside area will be 11 by 11. So, yeah. What? What? Stop it. Anyway, so try to stick to that. That gives you enough room to put stuff in and make it impressive room, that kind of thing. And it's not including bedrooms. I don't think bedrooms have to be that big anyway. So, um, if I'm wrong about that, let me know too. Uh, the three, building a kitchen separate from your other rooms, right? You want it completely separate. You can keep it refrigerated if you want to, if you want your kitchen to be inside your freezer, but you want a separate room for that, and you so it's less foot traffic. The more foot traffic goes to the kitchen, the dirtier it's going to be. The more people um, will get sick from the meals that are cooked in that kitchen. So not only do you want it in a separate room, you want to keep the traffic out of it. So you don't want to put it somewhere where lots of people are going to be going through it to get to other areas. If that makes sense. Yeah. Number four is something else that I could show you. So we go to orders here. Orders. Zone, right? And grow zone. So I'm just going to, oh, that didn't work out too well. Hold on a minute. Cancel. Delete. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it, guys. So grow zone here. Let's go over here so we have a solid grow zone. So there we go. This is a grow zone now. And what I was saying was I was just going to hunt right at the beginning, but that's not a good idea. You want your people to start getting their skill up in plant growth. And like this guy right here is our highest plant grower, and he's 5. And if we look here, we want 3 things out of here, right? So right now, set the plant. What we want to do is to start out with rice. It grows the fastest, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can switch to corn if, not corn, potatoes, if you don't have high fertility, if I'm not mistaken. Potatoes if you're playing on a map with low fertility. Yeah, so if you have low fertility, potatoes are better. High fertility, you want to do rice. And then you also want to grow some cotton in case you need some clothing. And so I need to get those too. But we're definitely going to need heel root. And heel root takes a minimum skill of level 8. So we want to get these people, at least one of them, whoever's going to be your grower, we want him starting to get his skill level up to 8 so that we can start growing hill root. So we'll be doing like 2 or 3 different grow zones, one with rice, one with some cotton, and then eventually a third one with some hill root in it. And that should cover us for everything. I don't know about using drugs in the game, so I don't know. But most of the time you can just get them. If you can buy them and you can use them for like a trading thing, yes. Um, that wasn't part of his tips though, drug part of it. But overall, what you're eventually wanting to do is get your skill level up high enough, and then switching over to corn, because corn replenishes itself. It's 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 it replenishes itself over time, so you don't just harvest it once and then have to replant it. It stays planted, and basically you can get a bumper crop of this. You'll get tons and tons of it, like, so you can keep it back and save it for, like, if you have a hard winters in the area that you settle in, that kind of thing. Mm. So you'll get to where you're going to be growing corn plants all the time, and then you'll want like a big storage for all your corn plants. Um. Oh, I did not go through this last time. Um. Enemies threat manhunter animals won't break walls or doors unless they see someone entering inside, so it's generally safe to wait them out. So, I did not go over that first part with you guys, but here, what basically what he was telling me to do is, which I already know this one. There's two ways to make um, a maze, but make sure you make a trap maze. Basically, what we're saying. We're gonna use planning mode here, so I'm gonna go here and go back to planning here, and so the first way is like this, right? And you build in a circle, like a spiral around your base here. Like that. And then you go and orders. Nope, it's structure. Structure. No, it's not. Security. And then you put traps in it. Not like that. Cancel. Yeah. So you just want to put traps in there like that. That's the first way. So you can do like a spiral around. The second way I've seen people do, there's more than one way, guys. So go. And we'll go ahead and cancel these. There we go. The second way is go to planning again. And basically what we do is we go here, right? Go out to here. Follow your wall out here, and then you bring it up here. No. No. That's where I got it wrong last time, right? So, and what you want is another wall right here that comes up, right there, and then just you just maze it around, right? So like that. So, and then you put your traps in there. So go to security then, and then we'll get the traps, and then like kind of like that. I'm only going to do those, but you do it like that. And then you keep a separate entrance and exit for your people to use so they can skip the traps. So you always want to build that in. So basically we wouldn't put any traps around this section right here, and we could put a doorway all the way through here, like from there, one there, and they could go straight through and skip all these traps. And then you make sure to shut all those doors and keep them locked when you're getting raided, and they would have to come through this tunnel here. Yeah. So that's the idea, and I don't think you want this right here. We want like this, like that. So that's kind of thing. Defenses. Make sure you get your defenses up early and do them. Our kill box also pretty good. You can use that with sandbags and stuff. Um, um, at the beginning, melee blockers are useful to hold choke points, but not really useful unless for their gear. So at the beginning, you're not going to want to use a blocker like I've got right here. One of these guys, if we go to his gear, is with Vega. Yeah, she's got a plasteel knife. What we want to do is go ahead and make a bow. Just let her use a bow until we can get another weapon for her, a better weapon for her. So, don't use melee weapons. Even if, say, like this dude right here, we go to his bio. Uh, Not him, Vega. Vega here has 6 shooting and 8 melee. Even though he has eight melee, we want to use his shooting anyway. They both have the same amount of proficiency with them. The skill level's different, but he is going to be this. He's going to learn both these at the same rate because of the 1 star right there. Anyway, so at the beginning here, if it starts you out with a ranged weapon, 2 ranged weapons and a melee weapon, make a bow. Put your work table down, crafting table down, or crafting spot down, and go ahead and make a bow, so that you have 3 ranged weapons and not nobody using melee at the beginning. Till you can get somebody geared up that can actually do that. Um, Research is free. In general, you want to do your research table in a separate room so you can like boost the research using different kinds of room decorations to boost the thing. And I believe there's a specific room that boosts research anyway, a library or something like that. Don't quote me on that. That's not from his tips. That's just my own knowledge from watching other people play. But his suggestions is to um, your colony is gets rated based on the wealth, so be careful on that. But you want to prioritize when you're researching microelectronics and geothermal and get your power supply up before you do too much, and uh, that allows you to get the power supply. It also allows you to get the comms console, so you can do traded ships and that kind of stuff. So that was the tip on that one. Um, um, this one I can show you. So no, this work, right? Yes. Okay. So, basically what he was saying on this tip was, um, besides hauling and cleaning, the only people that should be working is in jobs where they have passion for it. So this is 1 star passion. This would be 2 star passion. So that's what I call it. I don't know what it's called in the game. But anyway, so and you want the person with the highest skill also to be doing it. So these guys got 4 here. We can put them all to hunt. We're I got he's got a tip for the hunting, so I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. But this is doing this because he's only got a 2 in the skill, so that's fine. But in general, you want to take them off of stuff that is like crafting, cooking, that kind of stuff, and only people that should be doing those like researching, that kind of stuff. Crafting can also be done by anybody, so that doesn't matter. I think art. No. Art's not different. So, but in general, make sure that your people are the only people that are doing jobs in the game or have passion for those skills that you're having them level. Also, make sure you're using manual. I usually start out at the beginning with automatic here, and then I'll switch it to manual when I start having problems, and I'll start messing around with these. But you can at the beginning of the game, once you got while you got applies, you might as well just do these priorities and just set them up and be done with it. You don't have to change them again Um, well, sometimes some stuff will happen. Like somebody will die, someone will flip out and just walk around for like 30 minutes. So you have to change priorities up for that kind of stuff. But in general, once you set the priorities in here, it's a little better than the other one because you can fine tune what you want them to do and that kind of stuff. So hopefully, I'm doing a responsible job relaying these tips to you guys. 9. Do not manually hunt. So basically, what he was saying here is basically what you want to do is just recruit everybody into one whole group, and then when you need food, just like go over here, just like tag them and like be like, okay, kill these guys, and then have them kill like 5 or 6 of them, and then they'll haul them back, and then you skin them and that kind of stuff. And instead of just using the menu here for wildlife and tagging specific animals. Also, you have to be careful when you're tagging animals, so some of them will attack you if they get harmed. So some of them have a chance to get revenge when they're attacked. So just be careful of that one. And yeah, never use the auto hunt function. Basically, what it's saying. And then number 10. Have a goals list. So how like a step by step what you want your colony to do step by step, and then once you get to that bottom step, make a new list. Like always have stuff like always be prioritizing what you want to do next, and that kind of thing. Yeah. Pay attention to people's moods. Keep everybody productive. Um, and I really have I can't talk today. I really appreciate all the tips you guys are going to give me for this video set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these tips. I'm going to probably practice some off camera between now and next week. And then we'll do another colony start here. See if we can't get one that I'm happy with where I can get everything down and started. I want to be in a good place after 30 minutes is what I want to do. And then have you guys come in and give me a few pointers of stuff that I could do to make it better than that. And then we're going to do like a regular playthrough of it because the only way I'm going to get tips for future of it is to get past the 30-minute mark. So eventually I am going to be doing a let's play of it and going through it, and then you guys give me tips on the different episodes, and then I can take those and gain knowledge from those too. But for right now, I just want to get this start perfected. Let's call it that one. Um. Anyway, with that being said, guys, I think we did pretty good. I'm not even gonna save this. It's just some stuff. This is getting deleted anyway. We're gonna do a fresh new start. I basically next week I will go ahead and do a start where I get the 3 colonists that I want, and I'll make sure to do another start like right in this area, the kind of area we did in this episode. So we have the same kind of basic spawn zone, and I'm really tired. My body's trying to shut down. Um, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we're just gonna start. I'm gonna start it over again. Do 30 minutes, and then I'll let you guys do. And then we're gonna take that further. So we'll probably play that one for like it'll be probably 4 or 5 episodes of 30-minute interviews, and I can get tips along that way. And if I die, there knows I die, and if I don't, I don't. And but the eventual goal is to do a full let's play through the game and get tips on every section of the game. Um, and if I die early, darling, if I make it through, I'll make it through. Thursday we are doing my usual start. I've played this game like 3 or 4 times, and I do one start specifically. I love doing it. It's just completely relaxing for me. I don't worry about none of this stuff right here. I just get on and play, and then when I die, I die. Or I get tired of it like an hour, hour and a half, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. So, but the eventual goal is to get the DLCs and play with the DLCs on. But I want to master the default game first. So, if you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, stupid searches, stupid algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell me you like it. There's a share tab down below. There's links there, social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube post tab. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. We'll see you guys later.